What's up, Facebook and FitnessBusinessMastery.com? I'm Coach Roz.
This is Coach Greg.
And we want to welcome you guys to a quick video here. And the reason we want to talk to you guys about this topic today is that it's really something that a lot of our strategy calls have been around. We've got a lot of personal trainers all over the world looking to open their own facilities, their studios, their gyms, and they got to enter into a lease.
Yep.
And this is something that we've done several times, renegotiated our leases, and we've learned over the last 8 years how to do this effectively and efficiently so that it benefits us, the trainers and the small business owners, and not the landlords, right?
Yeah, because everyone thinks it's in the landlord's power, but you have a lot of negotiation power in this whole deal, so.
Absolutely. And so that's what we're going to share with you guys in this video. So if you guys are in here right now, I definitely want some thumbs up, some love. Show us that you're listening. If you're in the situation where you're going to be looking at space over the next couple months, going into the 2017 year, definitely make sure you guys are. I'm going to tell you guys how we can help you guys with that a little bit later. So one of the main things, though, we want to set the stage for this a little bit, right? What are some frustrations that people, personal trainers, studio owners have when they're getting ready to get into a lease?
Yeah, so first one is it can be confusing and complex. You know, when you look at a lot of the law jargon and stuff like that, I mean, I hate reading law shit. You know, that's why we have friends or we have professionals that we hire to say, can you look at this? Tell me what it means. So you get a little confused, a little complex, and then there's uncertainty. You know, when you open up a studio and you're getting committed to it, you don't know what's down the path. You don't know if you're in the right hands of the landlord. You don't know what the town's going to do. We've seen plenty of places get shut down because the town just pulls a last-minute switch saying you didn't get a permit for this, you need sprinkler systems here. So you got to do your due diligence. And the last one is the commitment anxiety. You know, it's like getting married. You know, like you're saying that, like, are you sure I want to marry this person before I say I do? You know, so there's a lot of anxiety going into that whole thing. So only at the end, your biggest fear is you don't want to get burnt. You know, at the end of the day, we don't want to get burnt. We don't want to lose our money. We're working too hard for this money, so we want to make sure the process goes smooth.
Absolutely. So, you know, that's true. I know I felt that. I didn't want to get burnt. I was scared. I felt a little bit about the commitment anxiety leading into one of or two of our different leases. We actually have that opportunity right now. We're looking at doing a little bit of upgrading and changing our facility. We're currently right now in one of our facilities in Long Island in Locust Valley, New York. And it's time to kind of get a little bit bigger and expand. And so we're now in a lease negotiation on exactly what are some of the things that we're going to do in order to get the best lease for us. And these are some of the things that we go through our plan so that you guys can actually understand exactly what we do. What I want to share with you guys is what most trainers in studio want when they're at that place where they're ready to take that leap of faith and get into a lease. They want to know that they have a clear and simple plan. You know, they want to make sure the lease is clean, it's not complex, it's not overly confusing. They want to have certainty that this is their friend. You know, so one of the ways you have certainty is make sure you have a team, a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Greg's not a lawyer. I want to make that disclaimer. Don't just take our advice and run with it. What I will share with you is that this is stuff that we've gone through several times. And then the last thing, they want to be excited about the process, right? The process should be exciting. This is the big time of year. You're taking a leap of faith in your business and your life, and you want to know that you can do this. But the big thing is that you want to build your dream studio. That's the bottom line. You want to build it with ease. And so the number one thing that I want you guys to know, here's where I'm going to go into some teaching points. The number one thing that you want to make sure is the length of your lease. How long is your lease? And see, how long your lease is really depends on your certainty about your business model, which we teach, understanding your market, and is there a viable, is the market ready for you? So whether you want to do a 2-year, 3-year, 5-year, what I always tell people is you want to do as short as possible in the beginning. You know, we started out with what? I think
we started with a 2-year, then we went back to a 1-year because there was some uncertainty with the landlord, and then we went back to another 2-year, and because of that, it allows us to take advantage of another opportunity, because if we were signed 10 years, you would have been stuck to this one location without a certain clause in there.
Exactly. You really want to know that. And I mean, I can tell you that most of them are not going to want you to sign anything less than a 2 years, but sign 2 years with an option so that you can re-sign.
Yes.
So what's the next one?
Next one is rent. You know, rent can be a huge thing. We know our numbers. We know what we're comfortable within. It's not to say that we can't make an $8,000 a month studio really well. It's just our model doesn't fit that mold, and we're not about the big box gyms or anything like that. So we stay within normally anywhere between $18 to like $25 a square foot. But your rent, you want to make sure, A, what the area holds. You know, so you want to compare your rents around, see what other people are paying, see what's going on, and then B, you want to make sure you can afford it.
Absolutely.
You know?
You want to definitely make sure you can afford it. I mean, I can tell you that we've done strategy calls where people are about to get these huge facilities, and I'm like, How many clients do you have? Oh, I don't have any yet. You're gonna get a 5,000 square foot facility and pay $10,000 a month, and you don't have one client yet? What are you freaking thinking? You know, like I want to smack them and say, shake, don't do it. Because they don't realize that once you're on the hook for that lease, you are responsible. And that is your business and your reputation. And you don't want to be going out of business, in a business. There's so many. Right now, I can't tell you how many personal training studios are going out of business in our area and all over the country.
Actually,
right?
One of our studios, there's no other gyms but us.
Yeah, and we're the only one in town. And why? Because we understand our model. We understand the rent, how to make sure that they're comparable. And most important, we stay within our lanes, as Gary Vaynerchuk says. So, number 3.
It's hitting costs. You know, so I know you're going to go over some hitting costs and stuff, but that's one thing you want to look out for is understanding, A, from the town perspective, what are the permits, what are the special use permits, what are the COs that you need, and what are the, what they call it, like the specs of the building as far as like up to code.
Yep, up to code. When you said COs, what does that mean?
Certificate of occupancy.
Yes, so you want to make sure that you are actually able to do business in that facility.
Yep.
It may have been zoned for something else, maybe a dance studio, karate studio. You want to make sure that A, it can have the amount of people that the occupancy in your business, and is enough parking spaces. And here's where I'll tell you, we went with a broker one of our studios, and he was amazing.
Yes.
And the guy knew the insides and outs, made sure our bathrooms were spec, made sure we had the right sprinklers, made sure we had the right fire extinguishers, so that if anyone walked in, our business was secure. You don't want to get in business and not know this stuff. It is not an excuse to say I did not know. If you did not know, it's your fault. You are the business owner. Step up, invest in yourself, get the right team on your side so that you can make sure that your business is built on a strong foundation. Now I want to talk about CAMs. You're probably wondering, what the hell are CAMs? CAMs are common area maintenance like fees. You want to make sure if it snows. We're in New York, it's December. Thank God we haven't had any snow yet. But what I can share with you is that you want to make sure that who's going to remove the snow? How do you get garbage removal? Where do you put the garbage? These are all things you want to make sure that you put in your rider so that your landlord will be able to check off and tell you these things. Because I can tell you that the lease is always in the favor of the landlord. Yep. And it's your responsibility, your lawyer's responsibility, to protect your ass. And if you don't protect your ass, you're going to lose your assets.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, right? I like it too. Number 4, favorable clauses. Now, this is something that we didn't know a lot about, Greg, and we're actually working it in our new lease now.
Yep.
But some of the things you want to make sure you understand are like, if you want to sublease a part of your location to another business, this needs to be in, because if you could have them in there, the landlord could walk in, find out about it, and boom, charge you. And you didn't know. And he says, oh, well, that wasn't in the lease. Again, not an excuse. What's another basic favorable clause that you think that someone should have?
Building improvements. So you can't just go out and start building things randomly inside the space because you want to improve it. You have to get permission, A, from the landlord usually, and most times they will approve it, but you can't just put it up, and they also need to get permits from the town.
Absolutely.
You know, so you have to make sure that the landlord actually allows you to make changes, because if you make it and he doesn't approve of it, you could get screwed and shit out of luck.
And there's another one of those oops moments. And the 5th and final of the 5 things that I want to talk to you guys about how to avoid getting burned with a bad lease. And it's, you have the power. You have the freaking power to negotiate. Negotiate like a boss. Because here's the thing. You must be willing to what? Walk away.
Yes.
We've walked away from a couple deals, and we are not afraid to do so. If it's not in our favor, and you're not willing to play ball, then we can leave. Because we understand that right now, there's a buyer's market in commercial real estate. It's a buyer's market. What do I mean? There's a lot of freaking real estate out there. Now, you're not going to find, if you don't find the perfect spot, cool, wait.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Negotiate everything from your terms, your rent, your free months, build out. I mean, we're right now negotiating a build out help. We're negotiating free rent. And, and this is all a sign. We've been able to do a lot of different things, not because we're really brilliant. One reason, we ask.
Yep.
It's really that simple, right?
Again, Oyster Bay, I think we were able to get $30,000 in improvements. We got a whole new bathroom. We got all walls put up, paint. We actually put the carpet down, but the guy put a lot of work into that building. We have to pay for a damn dime. We just need to open up with our expenses. And then the new guy that we're negotiating with now, he saw that we were willing to walk away. So he said, how about I just make everything to spec and give you guys what you want? Would you be willing to agree at this term? We said, we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, and we didn't agree to anything, but he says, will you come a little bit higher?
Yep.
And I'm thinking, will it come a little bit higher? I didn't want to pay that number, but what I can tell you is that we go back to the drawing table, put the numbers on paper, look at how it works. And for us, we're not project managers. We're not construction guys. We don't have a bunch of people in our pocket that we can call up on alert and say, hey, we need a painter, we need an electrician, we need a plumber. So I want that place to look amazing. I want to stay in my lane, know what I know, and let someone else do what they know. Yep. He owns a lot of buildings. I'm not going to be an idiot. Say, hey, if you're going to build this out the way I want it, that's going to be amazing like this location, then I'll come up a little bit on my rent. Not a problem.
Yep.
So I want to talk a little bit about what do we have coming down the pipeline for Fitness Business Mastery, our Kaizen Mastermind, and the fitness industry for 2017, Greg.
Yep. So we're going to do actually, I don't know if it's 4 or 5, but 4 or 5 marketing intensive implementation workshops. So it's not a conference you go to where there's a lot of speakers or anything like that. It's Roz and I sitting down with you and getting our hands dirty, working just as hard as you guys to make sure that you have a whole marketing calendar, you have a whole marketing campaign, and so you can generate some leads and money while you're at the actual event.
So, Greg, let's talk about that. That's called MI squared.
Yep.
It's marketing and implementation intensive.
Yep.
And why do we feel that's an important, type of event? Because we've been to so many events where we got rah-rah, a lot of information, big, thick-ass workbook, and when we went home,
you're just confused and overwhelmed,
Right.
So we actually did one back in 2013. We did a 5-day intensive where it was only 8 people, and in every day it was just working.
How much was that, Greg?
$5,000.
$5,000 for 5 days.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you which Australian guy it was. He's got a funny accent.
Yeah, but it was well worth the investment. I remember we didn't want to pay via credit card, so we just came in with $5,000 in cash and just handed it to him, and it was kind of like an awkward exchange, but hey.
So cash rules the world, guys.
Yep.
So real quick, that's one thing that we got. We also have Fitness Business Intensive. That's our large 2-day event. We're going to be having another one of that. We had that first one this year, October of 2016. We're going to be bringing it again. A number of speakers really rocking it out. Telling you, there's 9 projects to building a multiple 6-figure personal training studio. We understand that we've implemented it and we've been able to duplicate it, and we're going to do it again in 2017. Yep. That's a little bit of a spoiler alert for you guys who, if you're on Long Island in our market, you can expect another one coming. So FBI, though the thing that we love about FBI, it gives us the opportunity to connect and meet with people all over the world who watch us on fitnessbusinessmastery.com, who listen to our podcast. If you haven't heard our podcast, fitnessbusinessmastery.com/podcast. You can hear back interviews from Pat Rigsby, Sam Bacchiar. We have Greg Justice. So many amazing individuals who are in this industry.
Yep.
And then I want to talk a little bit about what's called the Kaizen Tribe, right? Tell us a little bit about the Kaizen Tribe.
Yeah, so we have Kaizen Mastermind, which is a little bit more one-on-one, hands-on, getting dirty, more access to Roz and I. Or the Kaizen Tribe, so we have a guy right now, Samir, who's just crushing it. He went from $8K per month to $18K per month in less than 4 months. So we want to make it more affordable because we realize that every personal trainer is in different regions where some can afford the high-end masterminds. Others need kind of a lower, kind of similar content and similar results, but they want to do more in group format and they can kind of do self-study or self-starter. So the Kaizen Tribe is just taking all the information of what we did to grow our 3 studios, how we're teaching people like Samir, Ray, Maria how to grow their studios, and give it all to you guys. So Kaizen Tribe is gonna be kind of a cool
Absolutely.
thing.
So how do you know if the Kaizen Tribe is for you? So I'm gonna give you a little indication on this. There's basically 4 or 5 different phases of building a multiple 6-figure into 7-figure personal training empire. So if you're making less than $5,000 a month in personal training revenue, then the tribe is for you. If you're making between $5,000 and $15,000, then you should be looking at the Kaizen Mastermind. Kaizen Mastermind is going to have more time, more one-on-one individual access to Greg, myself, and our team. More importantly, you're going to have access to graphic designers and people who can help you implement fast.
Yep.
But you have to be able to implement, and that means you have to be able to spend some money on your business. You got to invest in your business so your business can grow and soar. That's the whole concept behind Fitness Business Mastery. No hype, no BS, just straightforward shit that works and is working in our business right now. And so if you guys want to get some help with this, it's real simple. In the comment box below, I just want you to put in quotes, help. What I'll do is I'll reach out to you personally via Facebook and we'll have a chat. We'll see if that's which of the programs works best for you. If not a problem. I'll point you in the right direction to get some other help, maybe from someone else as well. But more importantly, I just want you to stay active within the community. 2017 is going to be an amazing year for the fitness industry. I believe, and Greg believes, there's going to be a lot of shakeup. There's going to be a lot of shit that's happening, and some are going to fither away. Some people are going to go out of business. Coaches are going to go out of business. And I can tell you that I'm going to promise you that we're going to be here. Why? Because we're built with a foundation of trust, authenticity, and most importantly, we share and teach shit that we do every single day. You're looking at it behind me. I'm standing in one of my locations, and you'll see the next one coming up very shortly. So that's all I got for you guys in this video. As I said, like, share, comment, and in quotations, if you want some help and get some help with that, just put it in the comment box, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, stay active, stay positive, go out there and grow and scale your fitness business. I'm out. Boom! Yeah. That was a light one for you guys.